Hello and welcome. My name is Ash, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Ash Knows Travel, where we go over everything travel. And today we are doing a live travel advisor training for MSC Cruise Line walkthrough. We are going to go into a deep dive of everything MSC because honestly, they are pretty awesome. Not only I would say that they are the easiest to book with, they also give you a lot of cool packages and discounts and stuff that you can give to your clients. So it is important that we always keep MSC on our list. Now let me go ahead and remove these fancy stuff on the screen here. And while I'm removing it, if you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe to my YouTube channel so you guys can always get notified when I go live. As you can see, I am already on the main page for MSC. If you are not registered with them, you can do so by going into the Travel Cafe and then going to the supplier request form. There, once you fill it out, it'll have the options for MSC. Once you submit that, it takes about 3 or 4 days, and then you should be able to get your logins sent to you, and then you will be able to do all of this. So, obviously, I'm already signed up for MSC, so I'm going to click login, put in the information, and then wait for it to load. Now, I can already see right off the bat that they are doing a pretty cool sale right now, which is up to 30% off cruises, plus kids sale free, and it ends at the end of this month, which is technically today. So if you were to go in and do this sale, you totally can run it last minute, right? Now, a lot of their marketing stuff is not as good as the other cruise lines. So if I were to market something like this, I would tell you right now, you know, I'm a queen of screenshotting, right? We're going to screenshot this right here. I would just screenshot this whole thing, and then I would use that as a sell post. It's perfect, right to the point, right? But let's go ahead and take a look at the entire picture, and then we're going to dive into the different tabs. So anything that you see on the left-hand side is also going to populate in the middle of the page. So they have the search for the cruises, they have search for booking, they have the promotions, a little bit of marketing tools, and then some information that you can give to yourself or your clients, right? So the basics. And then on the left-hand side, it brings you to the same thing. So promotions, your booking engine, you can do the different types of bookings in here, individual or group, and manage booking. Now, today, not only are we going to do a deep dive on all of the cool stuff that you can do inside MSC, I'm going to explain to you the different parts of MSC because they have their own Voyagers Club. They have different classes that what you can do when you're booking clients. They even have different packages that's included for the booking clients. So I'm going to explain all of that to you. And then on top of that, we're going to do an individual reservation. And I'm also going to show you how to set up a group reservation as well. Okay. I'm going to go first into this tab right here, which is the booking tab. You can see that it has all of the booking stuff here. And then it breaks out to different things, right? So the first one I want to cover is going to be the deals. So they have special pricing programs for different groups of people like seniors. They have silver service, they have military discount, and then they have their own Voyagers Club program. So every time I do a booking with MSC, I automatically tell my client, please go enroll into this program. It's going to help them when they go and pull up the app on their phone and all of that too. But the best part is that you starting with the reduced price you pay for your next cruise, and then they also do the 5% discount, okay? So as they cruise, it adds points to it, and it gives them a 5% discount, and then after so many points, it goes up to a higher discount, etc. So you definitely want to be a part of this. It's free for everyone to join it, and you just add it in right at the beginning of the booking so they can start getting points and their discounts. So make sure your clients do this. Then if we continue on, we have the fly-in cruise. Now, a lot of times you will hear people say, oh, well, this cruise line, you can fly with them, or they can have packages where they can get the hotels for before and after, right? This does not work the way for MSC. It only has fly-in cruise options for certain locations, and the stay-in cruise options are only for certain cruises. So let me show you. Fly-in cruise, you have to come in here. It has to be added to an existing booking, and it's only eligible. They have it here, but let me show you. It looks way better here. Okay, they had a better broken down here, but what is fly-in cruise? Okay, So we earn 5% commission if they book it. You have to have the cruise booked first, then they can add it. You can call and add it for them. And then it's only eligible for places like international. So like Barcelona, London, Paris, Copenhagen, Milan, Rome, etc. Now they do have some that the departure flights are going to be available from only certain locations too. So if it's because it's international, so they don't care about the flight that gets you there. They just want to get you out of the country to where you need to be at the departure port, honestly. So if you aren't from one of these, you would have to fly there, but they have like New York, Washington, Miami. So they'll get you to this location so you can start your international cruise, is how this works. So there is that one. And then they also are going to have, let's see, we have booking and we have stay in cruise. So the stay in cruise, like I said, only works for certain ships. So these are add-on package, includes additional 2-night stay in these places here before or after the cruise. A shore excursion is also included in the same city of the hotel booking. Nice. When that's only in Rome and Venice. And then a transfer from the hotel to the ship in Miami, New York, Athens. And then you receive 10% commission for all packages sold. So you can see it's meant to be like a certain cruise type of like staycation. It's not going to be for every single cruise, just like the flights. So you have to pay attention. And when you're going in to book it, if you book something that's like this, that package will automatically show up for you to add on immediately. It doesn't mean that it's going to be available for every booking. And that's really what I want to push here. So here's the different cruise offers that they have for the stay in cruise. They have these right here. So you guys can definitely check them out. And there's also on certain ships too. Now, continuing on. So they also have a future cruise program. I highly recommend always explaining this to your client before they leave, because you want to prepare them for this. I always let my clients know, hey guys, just to let you know, before you leave, when you get on your ship, at the end of your ship, they're going to tell you, hey, if you want to go ahead and book another cruise, this would be a great time to put a deposit on it. Tell them if they're looking to book in advance, I would highly recommend doing this because they're going to get a discount. So they'll basically pay so much of a deposit or towards it, and then they get so much back. So you're going to tell them definitely they want to do this. Now look why we're going to do this. Of course, we want them to rebook, right? But they will go in basically on the ship, and then the travel advisor will automatically receive full commission on the new booking with ease. They basically sell the booking for you, and they get the like deposit for you, and then you get the full commission. And this continues on no matter what ship they go on. So if they go on the next ship and then they go and do another cruise, and then you get commission for that too. Isn't that cool? Oh, and it's like this for a lot of cruise lines, but I really love MSC because they just tell you the complete, like upfront, this is how it works. Now, some other cruise lines do this too, not just this one, but pay attention to them because it's right there for you. Wait till I show you the prices of the MSC, and then you're going to be like, oh, this is easy to sell. Why are we not selling this? All right, let's go. So the benefits for you, the clients, all the above. Open booking, it's a flexible way to book. So basically, they have to put a deposit down. Okay, so it secures them, and then basically you get a cruise booked already. We love that. All right. Then let's see. Oh, this one's cool too. MSC upgrade. Anytime I click it, it never has anything, so I'm not going to go over that. But this e-coupons info. Remember how I told you they have certain perks for your clients too? Okay, so let me tell you something cool that they do. You can offer this as an incentive for your client to book. This is for you to offer to your clients. This is exactly what it does. Okay, it's only for certain Caribbean cruises, and this one only lasts for the end of June, as you can see. Sale month June. Now they haven't updated it for July, but I just want to show you how these work. So let's just say in this setting, we were going in here and doing a booking, and they had this offered to us. At the end of the booking, you will see a spot, and I'll point it out to you, where it says e-coupon. So if you ever offer this to them, it doesn't affect your commission. It's meant for advisors. All right. And then it also tells you that you can combine it with Voyagers Club, and then it even shows you at the end where to add it right there. It doesn't affect your commission at all. This is a coupon that you can use, and you can see as they are doing it here inside of the portal. Okay. Now, this one is only for June. So check it before you go and do a booking to see if they have an e-coupon, because you can even say, hey, also with booking with me, you're also going to get 25% off your Wi-Fi package. Perfect. We love that. All right. Now, continuing on, any of this here, I don't look for stuff like this. Trade incentives can become available, but you have to start doing bookings before departure. This is just stuff that you can check on. I will tell you with MSC, you do have to send your e-docs after you do the booking. Before they leave, you send them the e-docs for them to sign. And that's what this is talking about, the e-ticket and all of that. And then if you ever need somebody who needs accessibility, there is a process for it. You do have to call them, and then you also have to do a request here. Okay. So that's all you need for the booking part. Now, the marketing part is honestly it's a little depressing compared to the other cruise lines. I feel like Carnival, Royal Caribbean, Silver Sea, even Celebrity, they've got marketing on point, right? But it's not so much for MSC. So I'm going to show you some of it, okay? They do have flyers. If you want to use anything MSC, I would suggest using their flyers here. The flyers, of course, these are the customizable ones, so you can come in and put your information down here before you get it sent out. And they only have them here. This is it. This is what they got. They got destinations. They do have ship flyers too, but I'm going to say that the ship flyers aren't going to be customizable because I can never get to them here. I use these flyers sometimes. They're not bad, but it's not oh, here it is, the ship one. Okay, well, that's why I can't ever get to them because I've been selecting them here. Well, there's that. All right, ship, there we go. Boom. And it's just like a little flyer here. I honestly, I use these sometimes, but I don't use them all the time. I prefer the ones with the deals on it. So that's why I would have just screenshotted that first part. They also have regular flyers that you can have. They have logos, they have maps, and they have images, but they don't really have any videos that you can take from here. Not that I've seen. And it really sucks because I would market MSC. I would really market them, but their photos, there's just basically the whole ship. They do have destinations, but it's just like pictures of the islands. So yeah, do with that what you want. It's free photos you can use. But if it was me, like if we go back to this main page here, I would just screenshot this. That's perfect for me. Put it in Canva or something and you're good to go. Now, let's move on. So now we're going to talk about the actual ship itself. There's a lot of them. There's different types of them. I mean, it really goes all the way out. So let's start first off with the types of its experiences, what they call it. So you know how we have like ocean view room, balcony room, etc. On top of that, MSC does experiences. So you would have the ocean view with the Bella experience. Oops. Sorry, I'm trying to show it to you. Bella Fantastica, and then that word I can't pronounce. So you have these three options here. They all have different benefits for them. And then on top of that, there's also packages included. So you can get like an escape to sea only, or you can do the drinks and Wi-Fi included, or they even have an option for onboard credit. And then inside of the booking itself, they even give us TA rates with no commission, so we can even book it ourselves. Oh, I love them. So you're going to see that today, but let's talk about these experiences first, and then I'm just going to kind of move it that way. So Bella experience is probably the most one that everyone books because it gives you the guaranteed stateroom as well. It's just the basics. Okay, so you get a discount on the drink package, extensive buffet. It's just all the simple stuff that goes with the booking. They do have the detail of it. Like I'm sure they go really deep in here. Yeah, they do. So it doesn't really include much. Okay. Oh, look, we can compare them. Okay, let's just do it this way. Wow, I didn't even know it opened. Perfect. Okay, let me show you then. So this one is the premium, like goes all the way out. This one's like mid, and then this one is the basics guaranteed room. This one and this one, you can change your room. Not change, choose your room. One free cruise train is allowed here. So that means you can change the names, etc. Inside the cruise booking is included in these experiences. This one does not have that. If you change your room, you have to have a fee. And it doesn't mean like the actual room. That means basically like if there's a change in the person that's going. That's what it's telling. Then it has different experiences when it comes to the actual comfort level too. So MSC for me, that's going to be the app. Then we have the modern ships, etc. The balcony rooms, best locations are only provided on this one. You see how it goes? So basically, the experience that your client wants to have, you want to check on this before you book. Because if you just do the Bella, they're getting the bare minimum. If you do all the way to the fancy package, they're getting, what is this, chocolate in their room, 24-hour room service. I mean, do you see? Then it goes even further down. They have priority luggage drop off. That means they get their luggage first. They have priority disembarkation and suite espresso machines, relaxation amenities, including bathrobes. Okay, you get where I'm going? All right. And they even have a premium mini bar. Wow, that's cool. You definitely want to kind of figure out what your client wants to do on the ship. If they've got money and they've got room for it, upgrade their experience because it's going to change their mindset. Originally, when I first did my very first booking on MSC, it was a client who was like, I have to have the cheapest room. So she did the Bella. And then when she got off the ship, she told me, oh, it was all right. It was a decent cruise. I probably will stick with Royal Caribbean because that was her first time changing out. But once I've started becoming more experienced in here, I said, it's not her. It's not it's the experience because she got the basics. If she would have went in and didn't do the cheapest cruise possible, like they all do, then she would have been able to really experience MSC, right? So just keep that in mind when you're booking your clients. All right, so we went over different experiences. Here is the Voyagers Club. Like I said, recommend doing this for all your clients. They automatically get the exclusive promotions up to 5% off on all cruises. And then sometimes they get this $50 onboard credit and double the points if they have a promotion going. They get the first time seeing all of the new like stuff, and then they get exclusive onboard privileges and special offers as they add more points. So how to collect, they have those exclusives, and then and honestly they have the membership levels, so it goes up, and this is going to build up after so many times of going on the ship. Then they even get special privileges like this, so you can just see they have all these different things for the clients. Like they get all these different rewards. So there is that. Like the selection discount is up to 15% when they first start. That's nice. So there is MSC Voyagers Club. And then the status match program, I think that's if you go from another company to this one. Discover where MSC loyalty tier based on nostalgia with another loyalty program. So basically what that means is there's another cruise program that they have like Royal Caribbean. They can do a one-time status match request to match over from Royal Caribbean to MSC. Nice. Love that. Now, we've talked about that one. Now, they do have a yacht club, which is basically like the fancy, luxurious version of MSC. It gives them 24/7 butler service. They have luxury suites, etc. When you put them in these certain type of rooms, it's going to start opening these options for them. Any of the basic rooms aren't going to have that, but it's going to give them the option to do access to exclusive beach, which is going to be on the Ocean Cay, which is their private island, and also the private restaurant option too, which is going to be on the reserve. So you guys can see that they have their own in the yacht club. They have their own lounge, the restaurant. They have their own private solarium, however you say that. They have yacht club suites, all inclusive all the time, and then butler and concierge. That's a fancy version, right? We like that. And I'll show you what some of the yacht club suites look like, okay? All right, now this is their private island, which is the Ocean Cay. That is theirs. And then they just go in depth here, okay? Now, all of this stuff really doesn't pertain too much to you. Maybe this one, MSC for Me. The MSC for Me program, it makes it like AI, or not AI, but like digitalized, okay? Here, it's right there. Basically, it's for me, it's a voice-free enabled assistant found in every cabin. It answers questions and stuff like that. It's like oh, there it is. That's the word I'm looking for. Virtual personal cruise assistant, Zoe, okay? And then it also gives you the option for the app. So that's really what it does. It's fancy. It's cool. Makes it digital AI. You got a cruise assistant built into your room. It's included, I think, in every cabin, but I think it does certain things for each experience. I don't think it does everything in each cabin. Just depends. Okay. So there's that one. And then the packages. So there's a lot of different packages when it comes to MSC. The drink packages, they have the premium extra. That's the alcohol one, alcohol-free package, and then a minors package is available too. So they can get all the fancy drinks, but they don't have to pay as much. Then we also have the specialty restaurants. There's a lot depending on the ship. You have to pay extra for these. If you book in advance, you can save up to 20%, but that's not included with it because the buffet is the one that's included. And then internet packages, they are one device, two device, etc. Browse and stream, lets you do different things. Some of them let you just get messages. The other ones let you do like Facebook, etc. So you have to read that. And then your client normally can get a discount on this when they book early. Okay. Then we have, this is their spa, this is their excursions. They have a fun pass, which lets you do everything on the ship, like on the top part. And then they also have laundry services and even a wedding package, which is a lot of the photos. So they have really cool weddings at sea. I have actually booked a wedding at sea on the MSC. It's really cool. So this one is just like you contact them and then they actually book it, but you can add the wedding packages like this when you're booking them too. So when they do this, they have to have the cruise booked, and then they have to first call, make sure it's available, then book the cruise, and then call them, set up the wedding. That's how it works. And they only do symbolic packages. They don't do like the wedding stuff. They just do the actual ceremony. Okay. Love that. All right. Now we're not going to go over motors. Here's all the ships if you ever care to look at them. And then if you ever need to find the BDM, it is here. Okay. I will tell you that sometimes when you call MSC, they'll ask for a number. The number that if they ever ask you for it, and it's not our cruise line's only phone number, it's going to be in your profile. I don't remember it off the top of my head, but it's in your profile. So we have that here. We've done all the cool stuff. Now let's go ahead and move on to the actual booking section. First, I'm going to start off with a group booking, and then I'm going to do an individual booking. So to create a group booking, you would go create a group quote. When you create the group quote, it's going to look like this. You always have to have a name. Ooh, let's use Bob. Always use Bob. The group classification is affinity. And then the destination, I leave that one alone. And then I'll just pick some dates for us. Group cruises sell out fast, so I'm just going to do like a January, to like March. Nice. Let's do Miami. And then we'll leave the rest alone. So search. All right, so we're doing a group cruise. We put in dates, we put in a name, we made it an affinity group, which means that it doesn't have any restrictions. It's not made by promotion and nobody really knows each other. They might, but it's just an affinity group in general where you will go in and reserve rooms. You have to have at least 8 rooms for it to be considered a group. So much, I think after so many requests for rooms, they require a deposit, but the first 8 normally do not. So we can go in here and find one of these real quick. Excuse me. All right. Let's look at the prices. This has packages on it. So this means that's the cruise fare only. This has the drinks included in the package. You see how it has these little guys? Okay. So let's see. Let's just choose. You can see it's more expensive when they add in the package, right? This one's good. Miami. Okay. Cozumel. Okay, let's go. This is a basic one. I just want to show you how it works with the group request first, okay? So we picked a cruise, and if the cruise, I should have showed you that. 1 second, let me go back. Oh, I went really far back. Okay, 1 sec. I want to show you something. You need to know if the cruise already has a group cruise on it, right? Perfect. Yeah, that's fine. All right, group classification is affinity. That's all you need to find that is the dates. And then I did Miami to help filter it. Okay, let me search one more time. So when you're looking at this, there's a part I want you to see. On the group cruise, we can only request so many rooms, right, per cruise, especially because there's a lot of organizations. If it has, let's see if they have one for me. If it already has a group cruise set on it, it'll be here, but there's none listed, so that's cool. But it'll say already requested. If it's like that, it's harder for you to get a group. So try to find one that doesn't already requested. Let me go back, and I guess we're just gonna choose the one we were looking at. 1 second. I liked that $1,200 price. That was nice. So come on. Okay. It was right here, 1208. All right. So this is going to be the rates. Then we need to come in and pick the amount of rooms that we want when it loads. It always takes its time. Come on. There we go. So first you have to put the rate, the number of rooms. We'll hit submit. Yay. So while it's loading, now it opens this part. So now you can request the rooms. These are at double occupancy. So if I do 4 rooms here, I realize if I do like this, it moves faster. Come on. It's really thinking. Okay. It's really thinking. Let's thinking. Then I will do 4 more rooms. Okay. Whew. All right. So 4 more rooms. Now, this tells me here, these are at double occupancy, but if I add a 3rd and 4th adult, this is how much they have to pay. These are the categories of the rooms, which I would have to look up. Like, I can't tell just by this. Like, this is yacht club. This is balcony room, balcony room, balcony room. I don't know what IR stands for, so we'd have to take a look at that. But here, if I add a 3rd and 4th adult, they have to pay this. And if it's a child per age, 2 through 11 or 12 through 17, they have different rates. Note that. Then every time you do a group request, you get 4 points. If you get those 8 sold and you sell more, you get more points, okay? But you can do bonus commission of $25 per cabin, so that's 2 points, right? And then you can even do one that's for 4 points because you have 4 to use at the beginning, which is $50 per cabin. This is your incentive to get them to book with you. You can also do an open bar. You can do, this is marketing funds. Whoa, what? Waiver a group deposit for 90 days. Okay, they have different stuff. Fruit basket, seaside 7-night. There's a lot. There's a lot here. Okay. Oh, this is like internet, I'm assuming. Yep, it's internet. So you can offer different perks for the group rate. Okay. That is all you have to do. Now, of course, at the bottom here, you have to make a submit and a request, and then they will give it to you. That's how it works. As long as everything's good. Okay. So that's the group one. Now let's go do an individual booking. Booking, individual. This part is probably the easiest out of everything I do today. The other stuff is crazy, right? All right. So I'm going to tell you something fun about this. This is really wonky. So to get this part to work for me, I have to come in and pick my port first. Today, since Texas, Galveston to be exact, is getting a new ship for MSC, we're going to do their ship. So I went ahead and put Galveston. It opens the window for when Galveston is going to be available. It does start in November, so we'll go through there. We'll just do 2 passengers for today, and then we'll hit search. All right. Oh, it gives me 1 itinerary found with 6 cruise options. Well, that makes sense because that's the only ship going out of there. And it only does 7 nights. So we have several options to choose which one. Now, if there were more options, you could hit compare and then choose the other ones and it will line them up. But since there's only 1 option available, that would be silly. So when you were looking at this, looks great, right? But you have to pay attention to a lot of the stuff because look, you can already see it. You see how this says right here, escape to sea only cruise? That means no package is included. It has a deposit rate though, so that's cool. But if I come here, what does it say? TA only rate, no commission. That means it's for us. Travel agent only rate, no commission. And then there's the interior and the price per person, right? After that, you have to, if you click on this one, okay, you can still click on it, but watch what happens. If I click book now, I can't give them that rate, right? We're going to want to change it. So, oh, it's not going to let me. Hold on, I'll show you. Wait, go back. Oh, it went all the way back. Don't go all the way back. Okay. If I click on it like this and it has these rates, let me click this one. Book now. You can change it. Okay, first it wants me to put it in here. Fine. I put 2 people in and then you can change it. Whatever. There it is. You see how it's here? It's like that. I could do it on the other one too. You have to change it if you want to still use that room, because a lot of you guys are going to see this TA only rate and then think that they can't take that ship. That's not true. Hit book now, add your amount of people. There's the special discount. So if they have the military or senior discount, there's the MSC Voyagers Club. Make sure you add that for them, get that for them, and then hit confirm. And then there it will be. Come on. There. See, TA commission only rate. Then there's the Wi-Fi package. There's the escape to sea only package. And then brochure rates is what these are always more expensive. I don't know why they're here. And then if they want onboard credit as a benefit, it's that one. Okay. This is going to be what they see, I think, online. I think this is going to be what they give them like in the brochures. But honestly, I've always found it to be more expensive. So we don't want that. All right. So that's why I want to show you this, because when you guys see these dates, you're going to think, oh, I can't book that. No, you can book that. You just have to change it to fit that package. This is going to show you the best rate available always. So this is the best rate, but it's a TA rate. So of course it's the best rate, right? And you can see it with that little green part right there. All right. So you can go ahead and we'll pick one. Let's just choose, it doesn't really matter. This one here has the TA rates, right? That are the cheapest. This one says it's the best, so we'll go here, but we do have to change it to make sure we get paid commission. So we'll hit book now. We have our two guests. If they have the discounts, like I said, the MSC Voyager is here. If you don't know their number, you can look it up, but it has to match their exact name that they have when they appear. I've had people that change this and they'll put like Pam instead of Pamela. So if it doesn't work, that's why. All right. Then it already tells you what's included and you don't really need to see that. Go away. So we have this, hit confirm and proceed. All right. Then it tells you what are the rates. So this is what I'm telling you guys. There's different offers and then there's different experiences. So we have the rooms that are provided. They have it by stateroom type or the experience. Okay. You can turn off the display sold out ones, but we need to change it here so we can get commission. So they have select the offer. You can do cruise and add-on if you want, but we want to do, let's do drinks and Wi-Fi included. These are the yacht club rooms that gives them those fancy amenities. This is luxury, okay? Then there's the premium. This is the premium experience and premium room, both. Then we have the balcony. Premium experience, mid experience, guaranteed stateroom. Do you see how this works? And there's not much difference. They get a little bit more here. They get to pick their room here. They don't pick their room on that one. So that's really what they're paying for, right? So they have it for the same for ocean view and for the interior. So you'll just come in and pick which one. Today we're going to do the Fantastica balcony room. We like this. Here's what's included. This is what the room looks like. Love that. Here's the state one price. Tells us the breakdown. And then the price details are here. And it also includes the Wi-Fi and the premium extra drink package. Great, love that. They're already hitting us up for add-ons. This only includes one device, so if you needed to add another device, you would have to put that on there for two, whatever. And then the exclusive dining opportunities. These are not included on the ship. They also have spa packages, and they tell you the commission. So they got a lot going on. Now, we're going to hit confirm stateroom, and we're going to move on, and we'll get to those packages in a minute. It tells us the drinks and Wi-Fi are included and that the experience is the Fantastica. And then it's also on deck 9 or 10. This one shows deck 10. It already picks for us. We can change it if we want to. And then there's the stateroom. You can go in there and see what's already included in the cruise. Again, go away. And then you can change the stateroom too. So they're going to have it on the ship here. There's the back of the ship, the front of the ship. This is like towards the back. Okay, that's fine. If you need to do like a connection room, you would have to do these separate. They don't do the same. It's like book it over and over and over. It's not 2 or 3 cruises in one option. Okay, so you would have to make sure that they are connecting before you pick it. Do you see this little line right here? Connecting room. There's that. Well, that room was fine though. We don't really care, right? This is fine for us. So One thing I want to show you at is right here. So as soon as you get into the part where you start selecting the rooms, you're going to see this right here. This is your commission. If it has bonus commission, it'll show you, but your commission's right here. You can also see the price details and do a quick book option so you don't have to continue out. You just want to go in here and reserve it, click quick option. Goodness. And then you can just put all their information in just to go in there and do the save and deposit. And then it will let you. You hit next and then you hit quick option and it will let you hold it. You can also add in the travel protection here, but they don't do gratuities like normal. I'll show you that in a second, but you can add your travel protection there. Okay? You can hide show the commission or hide it if you want, and then it shows you the deposit as well. So that's the quick option, but we're going to continue. Proceed. All right, now you can add in all your fancy packages. Woo, do they have packages on packages for us? They can also add them themselves later on after the booking, but if you promise them something or they're interested in something, then do it. Excursions, backstage areas. This is probably on the ship. I don't know if I would offer that, but it's there. Then they have different ones that depend on where you're going. Cool. Yeah, we like that. You can add those for them. They have thematic restaurants. These are specialty dining. Excuse me. There's this. Now, if they don't want to do it they don't know which place they want to go to yet, you can just do 2 specialty dining meals, and then you can add it like that. They have more options where they even do 3 specialty dining meals, and it's per person. So you just buy 3 choices or 3 different times they can eat there. So they can do like butcher's cut or the dine at this fancy place. Okay, that's how it works. Now, food and drinks is already included on this one, so don't offer them that. But if they wanted to add a drink package, they always get it discounted when they first book it and then near the end before they leave. So you can do it then. Spa packages, they really go all out here, guys. They have a really nice spa on their ships. That's what they're known for. Internet packages, right? Digital services. That's the fun pass for all of the fancy stuff on the ship. Photo packages. Nice. There's the wedding ones. And then they even do your laundry. Yeah. Stateroom. Okay. If you want to add any concierge stuff. And then this part. I'm showing you this for a reason. Right here. You see this? Excuse me. This is your gratitude fees. I don't know why they hide it here, but this is it. Hotel service charge. It's like they could have just made it more obvious, right? So you can either add it now and pay it, or you will pay it when you leave, however you want to do that. Okay. What is this agent view? Nice. I like this little agent view thing. Okay. So let's just say we don't want any of that stuff and we hit continue anyways. And then you're down to the checkout. It's not going to technically make me fill out anything. I can literally just come in and hit confirm because it's going to be due when it's to actually confirm the booking, but you can confirm it, make sure that's what you want, and then pay the deposit. It will have the dates and stuff at the bottom here. There's that insurance again, but it's going to ask me for my information, and then we'll do the confirm, and then you can click confirm option just to reserve, or the confirm and pay to actually confirm the booking. Okay, so that honestly is the MSC. That's it. It's very easy to book. And I always tell you guys, if you ever struggle with the booking, just call the cruise line because they are there to help us book. They don't take any money. They're just there. You need to get the exact pricing, whatever, they can help you with that. But honestly, I feel like their website is probably the best. And their pricing is good. This is for 2 people for a 7-night cruise. This cruise line is new. Like, it's not new, but it's the ship is new and everything that's coming here. It's a great deal, right? So even if we were to do this on for our TA rates, we have instant access to them. I absolutely love MSC. So that is all I really have for you guys today for the cruise line. I hope you learned a lot and different just way to explore. Make sure that you do, when you're ready to get certified in them, venture off into the MSC Masters. This MSC Masters is how you get certified with them. So it's a great way to learn everything. Also, if you're ever interested, they do live events. They do a lot more than most cruise lines, okay? Meet us at the movies, seminar at sea, ship tour. They do all of these live. So you can check and see if they have anything going on around you. If you are in Galveston or Houston area, they do this stuff a lot. So sign up for it, and they give you emails. Okay. So